A reading from the Gospel according to John. Jesus said to them, "You sent messengers to John, and he testified to the truth. Not that I accept such human testimony, but I say these things so that you may be saved. He was a burning and shining lamp, and you were willing to rejoice for a while in his light. But I have a testimony greater than John's. The works that the Father has given me to complete, the very works that I am doing, testify on my behalf that the Father has sent me." The word of the Lord. I'll say, I don't know if I find many things quite as hurtful or discouraging as when I put myself out to really help someone or support someone, and they turn to me and say, "I didn't need your help with that. I could have done it without you." And that feels a little bit, if you hear this story, it sounds a little bit like what Jesus is saying about John the Baptist here, which is, just to be clear, I didn't need John the Baptist's help. I'm greater than him. And what he did, what he did was nice for a while, but I don't need it. And so it gives me pause for just a moment to think through that response. Because the reality of the situation is, when we think about it, Jesus really doesn't need my help. God doesn't need my help. All these things that I'm doing to try to support the world, the kind of world Jesus wants, the way I'm trying to love my neighbor and lift people up, and I believe that I'm participating in God's mission for this world. But if truth is told, God doesn't need my help. And so, not to be offended by it or discouraged by it, it does make me wonder or ask myself, then why do I do it? Why do I help those in need and try to make the world a better place? And why do I sing songs of praise and study the scriptures and dedicate my life to trying to make this world more like the place Jesus calls for it to be, if I'm not needed? And maybe in this moment I think to myself, how much of me trying to serve and be the person God calls me to be isn't because God needs me, but it's because I need to be a part of God's work. And this is my way of saying, this is who you created me to be. Just like John the Baptist was created to be a lamp that shines in the world. And he is not the light. He is but a lamp, and Jesus is the light. But it's the lamp he was made to be. He has to do it. He joyfully goes out and does it because it's what God calls him to. So I think I dedicate myself to going out into the world and trying to serve God and help God's work be done in this world, not because God needs me, but rather because it's who I was made to be. I wonder if you reflect for yourself, knowing that you live in a relationship with the Jesus Christ that doesn't need you to lift a finger to see his will be done on this earth. If you ask yourself, why do you go out and do it anyway? Why do you go out and be that person anyway? Is it a sign of your thankfulness? Is it a sign of living into a call? Is it because you just can't help but joyfully participate in something that is bigger than you and it makes a difference in this world? And even though you know it's but a small part of it, you know that it matters. So take some time to reflect today. What does it mean to be a part of participating in the work of God in this world? Thanks be to God. Amen.